Death followed me everywhere. For most of my life, it felt like I was losing people faster than I could process it. When I was 5, one of my friends from church went on vacation with his family. Never came back. Car accident. My first real understanding of death, that people aren't around forever. At 7, I was at a pool party and a kid drowned. I remember standing there, seeing him at the bottom of the pool, frozen. I didn't know what to do. That's the first time I can remember in my life real fear, real helplessness. In high school, my buddy joined the Marines. I was stoked for him. I remember sitting on my girlfriend's couch, my phone rang, and as tears started pouring down, she knew something was wrong. He had just died in Iraq. Another funeral. Another empty seat at the table. As an adult, my best friend, our moms said somehow we must have been separated at birth. We were twins. I texted him to grab dinner. He said, I got to go get a haircut and go to my fiance's. And a few hours later, I was holding his cold hand in the ER, telling him goodbye with this perfectly fresh cut hair. Death just followed me. And then you add in all the normal deaths, grandparents, other people. It seemed like this never-ending wave of grief. And somehow, deep inside, I started to believe maybe I can stop people from dying. Maybe I can stop losing those I loved. That's my greatest fear. So I became a firefighter paramedic. And I quickly realized that just means you show up to every bad thing. Instead of healing, it gave me way more trauma. More dead kids, more screaming parents, more showers because I was covered in somebody else's blood who I tried to save, and losing more friends on the job. More people died. One night at work, tones came down for a structure fire. That excitement quickly faded as we heard over the radio, shots fired, we have firefighters down. My training captain was murdered. Responded to a structure and was murdered. While all this is happening at work, my home life was quietly falling apart. I grew up in a Christian home, but I misunderstood what it meant. I'm a Christian now, and I'm so thankful for it. But I thought being a Christian meant pretending everything was fine. Having it all together, smile big, say you're good, hide the broken parts, so I lied. I'm good, I'm fine. Meanwhile, I was depressed. I was drinking, emotionally checked out, spiraling fast. I rushed into a marriage after dating for 3 months thinking it would fix me. It didn't. It just added gasoline to the fire. Constant fights, feeling unseen, different needs, going to bed at different times, no communication, unhealthy. I felt like I was failing at everything. Be a good firefighter, I was miserable. Be a good husband, our marriage was toxic. Be a good dad, I was gone 20 days a month working 24-hour shifts. Gained weight, no sleep, cortisol up, felt like I was drowning. I didn't want to die, but I didn't see a way out. If this was the top, if this is how life was going to be, then I'm done. Ending it felt like the only real way out. I was so blinded, like change seemed impossible. So I was going to do it at work. We were literally too busy. We kept getting calls. We were too busy saving strangers, solving their problems, while my problem seemed way bigger. And when you fail at failing, that's a level of broken most people don't want to talk about. Numb, drank more, reckless choices, ruined friendships, physical fights off duty, bar fights, verbal fights on duty with coworkers. I was arguing with captains on scene because I didn't care. If nothing mattered, I didn't care. I got divorced and I decided to tell my captain. I said, Mick, I was going to kill myself here at work. And not shocked, no surprise, no skip. He just said, that makes sense. Let's get you some help. That simple sentence changed my life. Actually, it saved my life. Even though my life was showing issues, I couldn't admit because that would have been weak. My worst fear of being vulnerable. And I wasn't judged. I wasn't condemned. God met me right there in my captain's office, in therapy, in prayer, in small, quiet moments where I finally admitted, I can't fix this on my own. I got sober. I started healing. I lost weight. I rebuilt trust. I rebuilt faith. Eventually, I rebuilt my life. Today, the chapter I never thought of my life would exist, I'm remarried to the love of my life. I'm a better dad. I'm a better husband. I'm a man who wakes up every day with a mission to help other men climb out of the same hole I was in. Because if you're that guy wearing a fake smile, carrying the weight of everyone else, but quietly losing yourself, you need to hear this. You don't have to stay there. Your story isn't over. It's just time for your rebuild to begin. In fact, it's not the end. It's literally the beginning. If any part of this hits you, please subscribe. I'm dropping weekly videos to help guys like us rebuild mentally, physically, Spiritually, this is for us. This is the beginning. When you thought there's going to be a period, this is just the start of a new chapter. Glad you're here.